Hello, y'all. MG here. Welcome back to another week to the I'm About It podcast where I talk about all the things that I'm about for the week. Oh my God. So I'm making tomato soup. So I'm roasting the vegetables inside the oven. So that's what I'm doing right now. So hopefully we can quickly chat and I can get back to making my tomato soup. I'm so starving. And I just came back from the gym, the first time going back to the gym in a long time. I don't even remember the last time I went to the gym. I think it's been about 5 or 6 months, maybe even longer, 7 or 8 months. Like I used to be a gym rat, and now like I've gained a bit of weight, and I'm just I'm proud of my body. I love my body, and I'm so happy that we're not in the summer and spring season, so I can pretty much like eat, gain the weight, and nobody can really see it because we're in winter and we're in Canada, so everything we're just layering up, and so. But there are things that you do, right? There's parties that I need to go to. There's travel and all these things. And I want to feel good in my body. So I started up going to the gym, and I only go to the gym for cardio. If anybody's ever wondering, I do love strength training, but I strength train at home. So I lift weights at home. I do have weights. And so I've been loving it. Like I loved it so much. I went tonight and I got a high. I forgot the high that I get after running, after stair climbing, after doing cardio. It's so addictive, and I can't wait to go to the gym again tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, whenever I'm free later this week, honestly. How have you guys been doing? I've been doing good. It's been a really emotional roller coaster this week. Like I've been on an emotional roller coaster, but we'll talk about that in a minute. First of all, can we just say the Emmys, the Oscars, all that jazz? Are you guys big on award shows? Let me be quite honest, because I think some of you guys may think that I'm big because I do a lot of TV shows and movie reviews. I actually am not big on reward shows. Award shows. I'm not big on it. I don't like watching it for the only reason why. Tell me why I can't talk. Is it because I'm hungry? Damn, danger. The only reason why is because you can't choose when to watch it. So wherever it comes out is when you can watch it. So like other TV shows and movies, everything that's on streaming, you can pick and choose how much you can watch, when you can watch it. But when it comes to award shows, it's usually broadcasted on the normal channels, and you have to sit down and watch 3 or 4 hours, and it's 3 or 4 hours. They didn't even break it up. And a lot of these award shows are a snooze fest. But I'm really happy that a lot of the racialized actors and a lot of the directors and writers are being recognized, and I do love that. Let's talk about the Oscars. Let's talk about the Emmys. So for me, there's a lot of buzz when it comes to Barbie. Let me clear the room. And I think I said this already. I did not like the movie. The movie was not good. Okay. And Barbie was like one of the few big movies I watched last year. Actually, no, because of the strike, there wasn't a lot of movies. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Barbie was not good for like several reasons. I think for me, it was pandering to too many different audiences. When you go into a movie, when you go in front of and watch a TV show, you know exactly what you are going to get. And also you know exactly who the director and the writer is speaking to, you know. But the Barbie movie looks like it was speaking to all different types of generations. And when those type of movies are shown, and when those type of movies are played and we watch those movies, those movies who are trying to reach those goal and reach generational barriers, they do a really good job at it, and it's seamless, and you don't even notice it. But in Barbie, you do notice it, and you notice it too much. In fact, like I would say the very beginning was connected to everybody, and then you have the scene where Barbie has to go into the real world, and then you have the actor from SNL swearing and doing all those things. Like that's more fun, like an adult scene versus all of the musicals that he had in the movie that didn't make any sense. I understand. To me, there's many different messages inside the Barbie movie. I swear to God, I need to eat. There's so many messages inside the Barbie movie that you can definitely make any meaning. But what I got from it was a woman can be a multifaceted woman, right? And this is something that I've learned in my adult years, that a woman could love pink shoes, can look like a Barbie, but also may not know about her vaginal health. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I've learned about the movie, that there are layers to a woman, and it's not just about her beauty. It's about what she feels on the inside and her ambitions. They're multifaceted, right? So that's what I got. It's beautiful, but it wasn't well done. So with that being said, do I agree that they should be getting all the buzz that they're getting when it comes to the Emmys and the Oscars? No. No. Look, I think the set design was extremely well done. Whoever created it, whoever staged it, whoever helped with that, all of them should get awards. From design of the set to the design of the costume, incredible work. I was so floored as to how well they did in the actual movie when it came to the set design. That's literally all I looked at, and that's probably only the reason why I stayed. Greta Gerwig, which I think that's her name, she, to me, didn't do a really good job at directing, because again, there were a lot of scenes where they were speaking to a specific generation, but they were not speaking directly to all at the same time. You know what I mean? And then you have Margot Robbie. I think her acting was incredible, and I do think that she deserves an Oscar, Emmy, whatever. When it came to Ryan, no, he wasn't. How is he even getting he got an Emmy nom, right? Like an Oscar nom or whatever. Like, how is he getting even, why? Because it was so big, because it reached box office. There is a section for that. There is a section for movies that have gone and has broken through the usual pop culture bubble and the zeitgeist, and is in the mouths of so many different, people in the world, that everybody's watching. There is a category for that in the awards. There's a category, but because it's so big, I do not agree that they should be getting nominations. I'm sorry. I'm just going to flat out say it. And there are many movies in which I intend to watch. Don't worry, guys. My reviews haven't been popping. I know. I very much know. And that's why this weekend I'm going to actually take the time to actually make sure I get that review for you, and take the time to watch all of the poppin' Emmys and Oscar noms and give you my opinions on them. I'm going to try to watch that this weekend and have my reviews up, and that will be all for next week. In addition to a lot of TV shows and movies that's been released in the last month, 2 months, there's actually been so many. And you're probably wondering as to why. Well, because I am just living life. I really am. I'm really just living life, and I've just been really, really busy, and it's been really hard. And on top of that, as y'all know, I'm really into my reality TV. And if you're wondering what reality TV, oh my God, I'm so happy you asked. Something about reality TV, which I'll talk about in a future episode, but Basketball Wives of Miami, chef's kiss. Okay. Hip Hop of Atlanta Hip Hop, that reality TV show, chef's kiss. Okay. When that season drops, season 11, when that season stops, I will talk about Hip Hop of Atlanta. It is so good. So I'm just trying to figure out what was the award nomination that just dropped? I feel like I should just know this, but for some reason I don't know. For some reason I really don't pay attention to award season. I just see who got nominations and who won. Actually, I just pay attention to who wins. I don't know what to tell you. So, Oscar nominations. So if we're talking about actual movies here that I intend to watch, I really do tend to watch a lot of them. So I know I've been hearing a lot about Killers of the Flower Moon. That actually is intriguing, and we do have the Indigenous woman is inside that movie who got an award, I believe, at the Emmys, and she broke a record for the first Indigenous woman to win that award in that category. So I do want to watch that. I'm not watching Mastro. Sorry. Anatomy of a Fall. I'm not really into that right now, so I'm probably not. Maybe Past Lives, Poor Things. I saw the trailer for Poor Things. Hell no, I'm not watching that. I'm sorry. No. Oppenheimer, I tried. First hour. I couldn't. Like, it took me days. Like, I don't understand. And then Barbie, I already told you. The Zone Interest, no. American Fiction, maybe. Holdovers, maybe. So, there you go. Those are movies. Those are the movies that I intend to watch. And we will see. So, yeah. So those are the noms. I think that's the nominees for the 2024. That's the Best Picture. Of course, you have Best Actress and Best Director, but we're not going to go a deep dive through all of that, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, where's Reese Witherspoon? Is Reese Witherspoon these days? And, at the Emmys, at the Oscars? Because she should be. She should go back to acting. I really do think Reese Witherspoon should go back to acting. And you're probably figuring out as to why. Why would I say that? Well, I think she should stop making really crazy TikTok videos. Because, like, the TikTok video I just watched about her and the snow, it's crazy. So here's the thing. How many years did it take us to figure out that cigarette, it was bad for us? That's actually like a really good point. Let's look that up, guys. How long did it take us to find out that cigarette was bad for us? I think cigarette has so many chemicals. How many years did it, I'm just Googling it. How many years did it take for us to know? Okay, cigarettes, chemicals. Okay, so let's see what it says. I think it took us a long time. Yeah, how long? Yeah, so it took us more than 100 years. 100 years for us to know cigarettes was bad. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know? And do you guys know how many chemicals are in a cigarette? How many chemicals are in a cigarette? Sometimes I feel like I talk like a white girl from California. Let me know. There are approximately 600 ingredients in cigarettes that burn when burned. So before it even gets burned, 600 ingredients. Okay. When it gets burned, it's 7,000 chemicals. At least 69 of these chemicals are known to cause cancer. And it took us 100 years. Now, we as a society have created research institutions to try to figure out as to why and how certain things give us disease, right? Now, I feel like we shouldn't be giving money, that much money anyway, to these research institutions. I feel like we should just look at TikTok. You know what I mean? We don't need to spend $1 million figuring out why that disease is giving us this or why this is giving us this. We could just go to TikTok and see how people are getting ill from a certain activity, i.e. Reese Witherspoon. You know what I mean? Snow that gets traveled from the air all the way down to the ground. You're picking it up and using it as ice cream. Now, I get this. I understand. I know people have eaten this type of food, made this type of meal over many years, blah, 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 blah. So I went on TikTok and there's videos about what's inside snow. So snow that gets traveled through all of these ozone layers, travels all the way down to the ground, goes and picks up certain pollution, certain particles, and reaches the ground. Snow is kind of like sponge. It kind of absorbs things. Apparently it's safe to eat fresh snow, whatever the hell that is. Now, why are we so hungry that we have to use a cup to scrape snow off a car or off of a ground? What are we doing? Do you not have a Ben and Jerry's near you? These are the questions I ask. You know what I mean? Do you not know Do you not know what ice cream is? Do you not know what shaved, like, can you not make your own shaved ice? Like, can you shave it off yourself? And can you like boil water, freeze it, shave it off yourself and make your own shaved ice? Like, that sounds very sanitary, non-chemically. You know what I mean? Like, research institutes don't even have to like spend money. Like, they can literally just go on TikTok and figure out why people are getting sick because they're doing these crazy ass activities. No, I'm not for that. I'm not about that. I'm not about that. I'm really not. I'm not. So I saw that and I thought that was gross. And then once I saw the TikTok videos about how they put the snow, you know, how many chemicals are in the snow, and then they put the snow underneath the microscope and they saw sticks, organisms, pollution, and you can't see it, of course. And this is in the fresh snow. You can't even see it because it's all bunched up, right? But snow is like sponge. So anyways, Reese, go back to acting, girl. I love you in those rom-coms. Like, where are you? Is it because you're in the book club? Go back. Stop. Stop. I'm just saying, stop, girl. Stop. You know what I mean? So I'm not about that. I really, really want to get into the whole debate on TikTok about Gen Z. This is something that I've known for my entire life, but now people are just figuring this out. Americans their physical body just grow 10 times more normal than like the normal person. You know what I mean? Even Europeans, if you go to Europeans, like the ones who are not smoking a billion cigarettes a day, they look younger for their age. You know what I mean? They really do look younger for their age. And they look young, they look good, or they don't look super young for their age. They look their age, rather. Sorry, they look their age. So Europeans, 20s, 30s, they look their age. The ones who are not smoking, you know what I mean, and vaping. Americans, I'm telling you, girl, you can be seeing a 20-year-old. You be looking at a girl. You be thinking that she be 20. She's 20. No, sorry, other way around. You be looking at a girl. You thinking that she's 26, but she's 20. 20. This is what happens when I go to the bar, and because I'm from Boston. My sister is Bostonian, so she grew up in Boston. I grew up a little bit, not that much. Ooh, I saw my tomatoes. Ugh. But I only put a few tomatoes in the oven. Maybe I should go and check on it. Okay, we need to wrap up. But so I go to the bars in Boston. I go to the clubs, and the girls look so older for their age. And you're thinking, oh my God, no, they're probably like 25, 26, 27. No, baby, they're like 21. So my question is, why is Gen Z trying to look older for their age? I don't know if it's the makeup. Let's start with the clothes. Why you want to look like a 40-year-old white woman who has a yacht at the age of 20? Like, why are we having a grandpa aesthetic? Why do we have a mob wife? Like, why do you want to look like a mob wife when you're 21? Can you like put on a crop top and put a short shirt? Like, can you like can you act like you're 21? Like, can you do that? You have literally your entire life to look like a mob wife, because most of you will be married or will be in a relationship, common law relationship. So I never understood that. I don't understand why the aesthetic is old school, Nicole Richie, long sleeves, long dress. Some of us were like looking like our grandfathers. You 21, dress 21. Like, I miss the days where we lived up and we dressed 21. You know what I mean? And the mom would go put on some clothes. Can we do that? I feel like my thing is burning. But it's only been like not even that long, right? Anyways, can we do that? Can we actually just dress our age? So there was this TikTok where a TikToker was saying that he gets confused looking like a 45-year-old man when he's actually just 23, which is insane, because the TikTok, he actually looks like he's 40, but the way you know that he's not 40 is his hands. His hands look baby smooth, like a baby's butt. Now you go in the comments and go tell me my age. And look at my hands. Y'all looking at my face. Look at my hands. The only way you can tell that someone has aged is by looking at their hands. So I knew, even though he was saying that, like, I knew he was really, really younger than that, even though his face does look 45 because of his hands. His hands looks immaculate. So the TikTok really went viral. And it's this whole debate of like Gen Z looking older. Like, I don't understand. Can you like live out your 20s why you're trying to look like a grandpa in your 20s, the grandpa aesthetic? Can you like, when are you going to live out your 20s when you're 60? Because at that time it will be cringe. It will be cringe. Because I don't understand why you want to look like. Anyways, that's like, can we like go back? And that's the reason, probably the reason why millennials will always forever look young, because we are afraid of aging. Or did I oust myself? Well, you have to guess my age in the comments, so let me know. We are afraid of aging. We are afraid of going to the next stage, moving up in life. Like, we're just afraid of like getting older. So for me, and this was definitely reminded when my friend went all the way to Australia. If you guys know her, PK from We Benched It. And the future of We Benched It, the status of We Benched It is still TBD. But it's not the fact that she's gone. It's the fact that like, I'm not okay with goodbyes. I'm not okay with like going to the next stage. Like, I'm just not ready for that stuff, or I don't like it. Like, even when a good colleague that I've bonded for quite some time ends up going to her new job, like, I get so upset, not because she's leaving, but the fact that it's an end of an era. It's an end of our good times. Like, and that's maybe, it lets me know like, maybe I'm not afraid of change. Like, sorry, other way around. I am afraid of change. Like, I don't like change. And I think that's kind of the reason why, to that type of skill, our inability for millennials to be okay with changing and growing and still believing that we're still, in the OC. Like, we feel like we just graduated from medical. I just feel like I just graduated from high school yesterday. So, you know what I mean? Like, because of that, I think that has kept us young. I saw a comment on the TikTok video that went viral that I told you guys about, where the TikToker is saying that he's 23, but somebody confused him. I mean, The Rock Johnson confused him as 43, and saying that, thinking people like walk by him think he has kids. There's a comment on the TikTok that said, yeah, so I think because millennials are young because it was a really interesting comment. Like, we gave up our dreams. Like, we're not hustle and bustling, and we hustled and bustled for a certain point, and then we just like gave up. I disagree with that, because like, that's like one of my biggest regrets in life, which is to hustle and bustle and then not go anywhere, or give up too early before you reach your true potential, or not achieve your goals, or whatever it is. That's literally my biggest regret in life, like FYI. So, but I get that, because I know a lot of millennials who've just pivoted and did this, that, and the third. But yeah, Gen Z seems like I do believe, with the comments in that TikTok video, which is Gen Z, they're worrywarts. They're very thoughtful. They are stressing. I think they're stressing more than we do. But also the element of having the access to technology. Even if you didn't know, now. I didn't get my first cell phone until I turned 16, 17. And every single person, and it wasn't because of money, because I had a job, like I was working part-time at a fast food restaurant like every teenager does. Every single person around me had it. I had no interest into a cell phone. Let me say that again. I had no interest in having a cell phone. What 16, 17-year-old would say that? So I just got it just to get it, because I wanted to text with my friends, and everybody had cell phones, and I wanted a BlackBerry. Like, oh my God, I really wanted a sidekick. Like, that's, if you know, you know. I really wanted the Zoe 101 sidekick. If you had, I love the theme song. If you had it away, yeah, and I'll make you feel all of the things that you're gonna feel. Believe in yourself and follow me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, those were the days. I would say 2010s, early 2000s are the golden age of television for people who are up the age of 25. So that's the thing too. I think when it comes to even for clothing stores, TV shows, and all these things, there are not a lot of things for preteens and not a lot of things for early 20s, people who are in their early 20s. And back in the day, there was a plethora of stores that you would shop by if you were 16. You shop at Garage, you shop Forever 21, or even, what were the other stores? I feel like Blue Notes and all that. But nowadays it's like Lululemon. And nowadays it's like all of these brands I've never heard of on TikTok. You know what I mean? But it's interesting, even for TV shows and movies, you can get them. You can get it like that. Like Zoe 101 was one of the goats. Like up there like Raven Simone and Lizzie McGuire. Shaped my entire childhood. Like shaped my early 20s, like my preteen years. Like that was it. I'm sorry. Like put those two together, you have me. Yep, that's me. People think I'm Raven Simone. Anyways, yeah, I really do feel for Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Like, I really do feel for that generation. And I really feel like there's not much out there for them. And I think there are a lot of movies and TV shows now that are trying to create stuff for that generation. Even though I personally want people to create TV shows and movies for my age, which there hasn't been a lot. In my opinion, let me know what my age is, and I'll say it in the next episode. But if you guys follow me on my YouTube channel, then you would know, because I'm pretty sure I did a vlog about it. But yes, I think I really do feel bad for them, and I do agree with that TikToker that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are aging like a packet of saltine crackers. Like they're aging really rapidly, which is crazy. But I think it's a whole thing. I think it's partly themselves, but I think it's also part of that is also society. So I'm definitely about that. I've been about that for a long time. So I think that's really about it. Those were all my thoughts that I thought was really about this week. You know what I mean? I feel like there was more for some reason. I'm like rethinking about it. I'm trying to think about it. I swear to God, I feel like that's what people hear that I sound like, when actually in my head I sound like this. But people think I talk like this. Like, oh my God, like, I actually want to go there. Like, no, please. I don't want to talk like that. That's it. For some reason, I thought there would be more. There's something else I wanted to chat about. Nope, that's it. Yep, that's me. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the podcast. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. If you're watching me on YouTube, follow. Leave a comment, of course, my age, guess my age, leave a review. I would really love to know. And we'll talk soon. Oh my God, I just realized my mic plugged in. Oh my God, can you imagine if it isn't? I'll be so angry. Anyways, yeah, stay woke, stay safe. Bye.